Hey guys, this is Noel Salas for the Surfboard Empire.
And their sunrises make me feel no need for surprises. And you know that your nothing is my everything, everything. I know your heart's from the East Coast. Baby, believe me when I tell you everything. I say it's true. Yeah, I got something to say to you. Oh, please don't never let me go. Please don't never tell me everything I did for you.
Hey guys, welcome to Surf and Show. I'm Noel Salas, and today's surfboard review is on the California Twin. Now this is a collaboration between Mark Richards and Lost Surfboards, and I've got two stock 5.4 boards coming in at 26 liters. I have it in stringered EPS and PU, and this is a favorite for 2019. I think you guys are gonna be stoked. Sit back, get your favorite drink, enjoy the show.
All this on the internet.
Yeah, that board looks and feels so good.
Does it?
I haven't ridden it yet. Today's first day.
Oh, it looks just right.
It's going to the wave pool with us, buddy.
Really?
Yeah, we leave tomorrow.
No way.
Yeah, Waco.
Woo!
And all pass.
Beautiful.
Not the biggest day, but it's good.
That looks so good.
Looks good, huh?
That looks really good. Okay, under the arm cap. Feels right.
26 liters. But I'm super stoked. Can't wait to get out there. It looks like the waves are about 2 to 3 feet. It's a little bit peaky, a couple different swells running. And I'm looking forward to the speed this board has and the maneuverability.
I know your heart's from the East Coast. Baby, believe me when I tell you everything. I say it's true. Yeah, I got something to say to you. Oh, please don't never let me go. Please don't never tell me everything I did for you. It doesn't really matter anymore.
How'd it feel?
Yeah, it was super fun out there. Yeah, it took a little while to get used to it, to be honest with you. Super fast. But just kind of felt like at first it was, I wouldn't say stiff, just different than what I've been riding. So there's always a transition from board to board. And a lot of times we're switching boards every day, every other day, or we're switching fins or something. But the more I rode it, the more I started to connect with it, had some fun rides. It even felt like I was starting to connect on the left a little bit more towards the end. So I'm looking forward to staying on this board for like a week, really dialing in. It's gonna be fun. Now, as we dive into the attributes a little bit, I wanna first talk about a comment on YouTube. Somebody was commenting about the way I surf all these boards, is I surf it more in the pocket, very competitive style. And that's true. What this person was also saying is that I'm not real cruisy, carvy, don't do a lot of like soulful surfing. And that's not who I am as a surfer. And most of the boards that I review, especially fall in this kind of category right here. A twin fin, fish type board, this kind of outline. I believe most of the boards that I review will do that cruisy, carvy type surfing, and you guys will have a blast. They all paddle well because they have a low entry rocker. And one of the things that I think is really important is that what separates the California Twin compared to most of those other type boards is it will jam in the pocket. You'll get performance out of this board, and that's why it's a favorite. But let's talk about cruisy, carvy first. Looking at the outline, most fish boards have a low apex on the rail, a down rail to help give traction, right? So, and this board has it, but it's more like back here, it's relatively sharp, right? But as you move up in here, it's subtle and it's very soft and forgiving up in here. So if you want to cruise and carve, you're gonna want this to be forgiving and not catch much. And that's how I felt on this board here. Didn't matter if I was riding 2-foot surf, 1-foot surf, or even just a little bit overhead. I felt like I could lay a nice rail turn down and have this somewhat free. Anytime we have a wide point front from center like this, by design, this will catch up front if you're not precision in your turns, meaning your feet aren't just right on the board. Remember, it's 5'4", it's short. It demands good footing on the sweet spot for this board to do really crisp turns. And I'll say this about the California Twin over most other boards that I've ridden that have this sort of outline, it's very forgiving in this area right here. Okay, now as we move back in here, you see this wing. I always talk about reduction in surface area, giving us something to pivot off of, and able to get this board right in the pocket. That's another thing that the California Twin does really well compared to all the other boards that kind of fit this category. It's tapered down, we'll look at that in a minute, and I can sink it quick and get this board to do exactly what I want it to do. So now I'm taking cruisy carvy and I'm taking it to a whole nother level with performance because I want to surf this board the way I surf. And not all twin fin type boards offer that kind of performance in the pocket. Now I want to talk a little bit about flow. Because it's running a single to double concave, I like a double concave, especially on these little bit wider boards. I really feel like it helps it go rail to rail. Now, it being 26 liters and 5'4", I felt like even in waves that were overhead, I had enough rail line to drive off the bottom and really generate speed. Now, from turn to turn, whether it was a smaller wave or a head-high wave, the board has great flow, meaning no hesitation from turn to turn. And what I think you guys don't see, and what I'm always looking at in the footage, is when I come off the bottom and do a bottom turn and then go to do a top turn, is there good flow, and you can see my body doing less effort to generate speed from turn to turn because the board's working with me. And I really feel like the California Twin carried and has great flow from rail to rail. Now I want to talk about the fins I chose and really about the way the California Twin was designed. This is what it looks like from my perspective. We've got the Mark Richard signature fins, a twin plus trailer. And I rode the bulk of the review in this setup right here in both the PU and EPS. And if you remember right, I took the EPS to BSR Surf Resort and I had a blast in the pool. So I've put this board in all kinds of different wave types and I had a blast on all of it. Now, I'm trying to be real specific here because you guys get into a lot of comments and questions about fin setups and then you want to compare this board to other boards. Please compare boards that have a design with a twin plus trailer in mind, right? I don't want to compare the California Twin to a twin fin that has no center box because that's apples and oranges. This center fin offers great stabilization, traction, and great pivot compared to a twin fin setup. Now, I did ride it as a twin. I tried it first with the MR twin fin without the trailer, and it kind of lost its mojo. It still had good projection down the line and it was fast, but every time I'd come off the bottom, I had to nurse a turn. It felt like it was losing a little bit of speed, and then I could get it going again, but it really didn't feel good without the small trailer with the MRs. Now I thought, okay, let's get a little bit more fin in the water, see if we can get a little bit more traction and something to offer a little bit more resistance without a trailer, right? So I went with the Power Twins, and it offered better stability. Still struggled a little bit, and backside, I never got this board to have any good traction for me off the bottom, but front side, I felt like I could get used to this setup right here, and it was feeling pretty good. Now, let's say you're a futures guy and you're going to order these boards custom with future boxes. If you want this setup right here, these side fins, what's most comparable to the MRs is the T2. And on the T2, they come sold as a twin fin, so you're going to have to order your own trailer. I believe this is called the TT1, which is going to be very similar to the MR trailer. Now, if I was running just a twin fin on this board with future boxes, I know for a fact it'd go good with the Almeric keels, right? This has a lot more fin depth, a bunch more rake, and it's offering better hold, and this board would go great both front side and backside with the Almeric keel fin. So let's look at the Power Twins. No trailer here. Trying to push too hard. The transition from A fin setup change is really tough for me at first. But here we go, it's gonna settle in. Board's carrying great down the line speed, projecting well. It's just effortless on this board. Once I got used to the twin fin, it started to have a little bit of flow to it. You can see, able to put it on rail and hold because of the down rail. And then watch this little right here. It's pretty fun. Projecting over that. You know, when you switch the fin setup, it keeps it fun and it makes you want to surf no matter how small the waves are. So let's look at some waves together. Wave starts out kind of slow. Boom. Quick speed snap. Look at the gas pedal. Excellent projection. Wave goes to about 1 foot. Watch this quick turn. Every time I put this board on rail, it comes squirting out with speed. Look at this left. First turn's good. Wave starting to take off down the line. The board matches it with speed and projection there with a great finish. Look at the board come off the bottom with speed. Throwing good spray, finishing it strong. Now this left a little bit overhead, so it'll go vertical, no problem. The wave goes flat. Here it goes, it picks up, and the board starts to match the wave with performance. Getting the tail free on these last couple turns, that was fun. This last little right, quick foam climb. Nice spray right there. Watch this 2-turn combo. Back leg straight, good flow, good finish. Super fun out there. Had more fun on the inside. There's all these little peaks, so the board has great projection. And it seems like once I get up and going, float that first section and be able to connect a couple turns, it feels great. One of the things I really like about this California Twin is I feel like you can cruise, but you can also really just jam it in the pocket, and it never does anything weird. Like sometimes a twin fin will do little weird characteristics. And I've ridden this board a bunch, and not one time did it ever do that to me. It's solid.
We both know everything was done out of pain. We didn't mean to make each other sad again, but when I know that you're in his arms, away from all my selfish harm, I feel like it's okay to breathe. Yeah, you can finally be, can finally be happy that you're never coming back. And everything I did for you, it doesn't really matter anymore. I know, and that's the darkest price I had to pay.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's review on the California Twin. I had a blast, great collaboration with MR and Lost Surfboards, and a special shout out thanks to Matt Biolas for sending these boards down for review. Look, if you like the show, subscribe. You can also find us at surfandshow.com. Until next time, we'll see you in the water. Bye-bye.